Hello dear students, welcome to the platform of Teacher Educator. Today, let us learn about the important topics in content and pedagogy of English for theory examination. First, let me brief you about the assessment mechanism. So, for content and pedagogy of English, that is SC2, there are 4 units in theory paper and your performance is assessed for 100 marks. It includes internal assessment of 30 marks and term and examination for 70 marks. Again, internal assessment of 30 marks includes practical activity of 15 marks and internal test of 15 marks. Before syllabus orientation, you need to know the purpose of specific topics prescribed in the syllabus. So, the first objective is to enable you to know the nature and structure of English language, its component skills, and this objective is targeted to achieve majorly through Unit 1, that is content. The second objective is to develop professional competencies, which is focused to achieve through Unit 4, that is professional development of teachers. Objective 3 is about developing core skills and reference skills, and Objective 4 targets to develop the understanding about curriculum and textbook. Dear students, these both the objectives are targeted to achieve through Unit 3, that is methods, techniques and approaches. Objective 5 focuses on the preparation and use of different audiovisual aids and e-learning tools. And Objective 6 enables you to learn and use different aspects of testing and e-evaluation. These both the objectives are focused to achieve through teaching of Unit 2, that is resources in teaching English. Now, Objective 7 is about enabling you to acquire the knowledge of sound system of English, and Objective 8 helps in understanding the need and significance of language laboratory and language games. These two objectives are achieved through practical activities conducted under the supervision of teacher educator. Now, let's look at the syllabus where we'll get to know those topics which are important from examination point of view. So, students, a topic is considered significant if it has productivity and utility either for learners or for the society. Here is your syllabus. Now let us move towards the units. We know that the first unit consists of content of English. In your English paper, you get 5 questions of 5 marks each from this unit, where you need to attempt any 3 of those 5 questions. So let us look for the important topics in this unit. First is 1.1, that is semantic structure of English, where you learn the component, meanings, homonyms, synonyms, antonyms, polysemy, etc. So this point specifically has come in 2018, 19 and 20 as a general question, where it is asked that what is the semantic structure of English, explained with the suitable examples. So 3 years this question is appeared for 5 marks. Now coming to the next topic, that is graphic structure of English, meaning, components, unique features of spelling, marks of punctuation, handwriting, illustrations are to be drawn from high school English textbook. This question is appeared in 2017, 18 and 20, and as it is told that content unit always takes a question of 5 marks. So 5 marker question. This also as a general question it has come. What is the graphic structure of English, or briefly explain the graphic structure of English with suitable examples. Again, the next point here, that is punctuation in this unit. Punctuation has come for 5 marks again in 2017 and 2018. Now coming to your next topic, that is 1.3 verbs. Dear students, this is a very significant topic in this unit. There had been many a time there had been a question on this topic 2017, 18, 19 and 20, and the question will not be a general question. Many times a question is asked about a difference between transitive and intransitive verbs, or the question can be difference between helping verbs and the main verbs, or auxiliaries and main verbs, right? Like that the question may be there. One year there was a question, only a general question on verbs and its examples, right? So next point is 1.4, that is transformation of sentences. From this unit, you get many a time you get the question on transforming the sentences from simple to complex or compound, or from direct to indirect narration, from active to passive voice, or degrees of comparison. So in 2017 and 20, you have got such kind of question. Then there had been a question in 2017 on reported speech, which was not the transformation but a theory question. What is a reported speech? And support your answer with suitable examples. There had been a question on degrees of comparison in the year 2017, 18 and 19, wherein the question was about the meaning of degrees of comparison, and illustrate your answer with suitable examples. This is your unit 2, that is resources in teaching of English. From unit 2 to unit 4, you get 13 methodology based questions carrying 5 or 10 marks each. These questions are placed under part A and part B in the question paper. The questions of unit 1 are placed under part C. So now let's look for the topics. So first 2.1 is audio aids, that is actually audio visual aids. Under that, you study lingua phone, audio cassettes, radio broadcasts, and some visual aids, charts, three-dimensional pictures, flashcards, albums, etc. So here there had been a question on in 2018 and 19, and that question was of 10 marks in both the years, where here the question is asked, general question about explain the audio visual aids, wherein you need to explain the meaning or significant points about what is significance of audio visual aids, and they might have asked a question about briefly explain any three of the teaching aids. So there had been one 10 marker question in those 2 years, 2018 and 2019. Then there had been a question on language laboratory, that is 5 marks question in 2017, 18 and 2019, wherein the significance and importance and uses in English language teaching of language laboratory had been asked, right? Next one is 2.2, that is library as a resource in teaching and learning of English. So this topic has been appeared many times as a 5 marker question in 2017, 18, 19 and 2020. So you see consecutively 4 years this question has been asked. Now the next one is 2.3, that is literary activity. So question on these topics are asked, sometimes general questions targeting on literary activities in language teaching, which has been appeared in 2017, 18 and 2020, which stood for 5 marks, right? Then sometimes the question may be there only on how to organize debate or elocution, discussion. If the question comes on a specific activity, that time they ask a question on how do you conduct debate for 8th or 9th standard students and the steps of it, or what are the uses or benefits for the students in language learning, right? There had been some questions on workbook also, which I have covered in the next unit, because this topic of workbook is repeated in the syllabus. Now next point is 2.5, computer assisted learning in English. So here you have the topics of use of internet and websites, advantages of using different software in learning of English. So there had been a 10 marker question in 2018 about computer assisted learning in English, its uses, and related to some of any one of the topic had been taken from here, right? So then there had been one 5 marker question also in 2020 about computer assisted learning. Okay, then next is steps of designing lesson plan in English for PowerPoint presentation and multimedia applications and their advantages. So this question has been appeared for 5 marks in 2017, 18 and 2019. Now we are about to know the important topics of unit 3, that is methods, techniques and approaches. Dear students, this is the most significant unit from examination point of view. There had been the questions of 50 to 55 marks from this unit in the year 2017, and in 2018 also the questions of 45 marks nearly were asked from this unit. The basic reason behind such high weightage is the length as well as the significance of this unit. This unit covers the major aspects of teaching English. So let's explore now. First topic is 3.1, that is language curriculum, where you learn meaning and principles, and the question based on this topic had been covered in the year 2017, 18, 19 and 20. Then the next topic is 3.2, that is school textbook in English, where the characteristics and review of the present textbook of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th standards you are supposed to study. So there had been a question in the year 2017, 18, 19 and 20, and all the 4 years it stood for 5 marks. Then next, as I had mentioned earlier, you had the another topic, that is workbooks in teaching English. So here steps and uses based on this topic also the questions are asked, and those are asked in the year 2017, 19 and 20. As we see so far, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, all the places 5-marker questions are asked for these topics, right? Now let us come to 3.4, teaching of vocabulary. The question based on this topics are asked of 10 marks. Right, so here you see here 2017, 18, 19 and 20, for all the years the questions were of 10 marks based on this topic. Then coming to the next one, that is your 3.5, that is teaching of grammar, where you learn meaning, importance, types, steps in teaching of functional grammar. In 2018, you had a question of 5 marks based on this topic. Then 2017, 19 and 20, all the 3 years you had 10 marker questions on this topic, right? Then in 3.6, you have techniques of teaching spelling, where you learn importance, peculiarities, different ways of teaching of spellings, common errors and remedies. So based on this topic, 3 years you had 5-marker question, 2017, 18 and 19, and 1 year you had a question of 10 marks, that is in 2020. Next topic is 3.7, that is study skills. This topic you have studied in your language across curriculum also, and as the seminar topic it was there in your previous semesters also, right? So now on this topic, what do you get to learn in this topic is meaning, importance and types of the skills, wherein you get to learn about the gathering skill, storage and retrieval skills. So and this topic had been appeared as the questions in the year 2017, 18, 19 and 20, and all the 4 years it was presented as a 10-marker question. Unit 4 is about the professional development of teachers. Here you have 2 topics, 4.1 and 4.2 only. So professional competencies of an English teacher, programs for teacher empowerment, workshops, seminars, conferences, panel discussion and projects. Generally you get a 10-marker question on this topic. So 2017, 18, 19 and 20, all the 4 years there had been a question which stood for 10 marks, right? Then to 4.2 is about role of NCERT, DSCRT, RI, IEFL, British Council Library. Central Institute of Indian Languages to enhance the professional development of English language teachers. So based on this topic you get generally 5-marker question. So 2017 and 2020 there had been a question on British Council Library, its uses and how it helps in the professional development of English teacher. So here 2017-20 5-marker questions were there based on this topic. So dear students, so far we have learnt about the significant topics of your content and pedagogy of English paper. Now let us move towards the practical activities. So here you see the practical activities which are prescribed in the syllabus. So there is nothing significant or less significant topic. Why? Because you are allotted a topic under the supervision of teacher educator. So you are supposed to conduct it. As I have told you, it stands for 15 marks each activity. Only one activity you are supposed to do. Again, it depends on your teacher educator what kind of the activities they allot you. Sometimes they may allot you a more number of the activities also in order to provide a better exposure. So dear students, thank you so much. I think I had been able to provide enough information related to your English question paper. Further doubts can be clarified with the help of your teacher educator. So thank you so much. This is the list of the reference books. Have a good time. Have good learning. Thank you.